Good morning, guys. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
nice to see all you again.
Nice to see you, Eduardo.
This Guns N' Roses music is awesome.
Great.
Who's putting this music? Alessandro?
Yes.
Oh,
Try to use something that's common to everyone. I'm not sure, but trying.
How do I get on? Alessandro, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure. Oh, Patricia, how are you?
I'm fine,
Fine.
but I can't seem to get on video-wise. I can get on with the audio, but I can't seem to get on video-wise.
Okay, let me see if I can make your video. I'm going to try to pop up a message for you to ask to start the video.
Okay. Oh, all right. I'm on. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
How are you in
morning.
Arizona?
morning, Patricia.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. It's rather dark here, so it's very early here.
Good morning and good evening.
Good evening.
How early? How early?
It is now 5 o'clock 5:45 and Arizona time, United
Oh.
States.
Oh, wow.
No,
Very early.
it's very early. So that's all right, I think. Anyway, thank you, Alessandro, for getting me on. Thank you.
You're welcome, Patricia. Great to see you here.
Alessandro, do you know how much time Toastmasters is going to be online? Just online? The Toastmasters said something about this.
In Brazil, we still talking about that. I asked Andre about that a couple weeks ago. I know that's not ending in the end of December. Okay, so I do believe that we still have at least 1 month only online meetings in Brazil, at least, I believe. But they said they are talking with Edith and Ricardo Silva to make a decision and formally present that to us.
Alexander,
Great,
we are
thank you.
past. Sorry for the interruption. Alexander, we have past 6:30. So can we start our meeting?
Let's go.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you everyone to join us tonight and this morning in Brazil, tonight in India. This is a special meeting for everyone today. It's the first time that Brasília is making this joint meeting with Hexaware Chennai Toastmasters in India. We are 8 hours and 30 minutes before the time of them, so this is really nice to see how can we perform this together. That's why we have this meeting in the morning in Brazil for the first time too. And briefly, I would like to share just a small meeting guide for everyone so we can understand how these meetings handle for us and for everyone, so we can have a pleasant meeting. I will share my screen briefly. Okay. Where is my... Okay.
Good morning.
So this is small. Hello, this is small meeting guide is to help everyone understand how this is handled. And first, as we always invite in online meetings, just keep your microphone mute. So in the right time, everyone will have the opportunity to open the microphone and speak. Our guests, we have a space for that, so we can introduce yourself and we can talk You can have any questions that you have about Toastmasters or about the meeting. You can drop that in the chat below in the Zoom, and in the right time, we can answer for you. We have applause in the sign language, so you can cheer for the presentation of everyone. So after everyone presents the role, we always try to applaud them as a sign of congratulations and a sign of gratitude for them. We try to use the word of the day. In the right time, you have the grammarian role, the person that is presenting the word. So we try to use that. And every time you hear the word of the day, we give a thumbs up so that used or she used the word of the day. Remind our speakers today to try to pin the timer. In a while, you'll see who is the timer today. So during your presentation, remind to find that video and pin that in your screen so the person will feel your screen and you see the colors changing. For our guests, we don't need to do that, just for the prepared speech. And a sign of respect, we keep our meeting here in Toastmasters Brasília recorded on the YouTube so our members can see their performance after the meeting. This is a great way for them to give and receive feedback. So we don't use that recording for any commercial purpose. And for our guests that are here for the first time, don't worry, it's not mandatory for you to speak. So you can be welcome here and feel safe about that. I would like now to pass the word to my friend from India to introduce Brasília Toastmasters Club. It's Sergeant of Arms. Sorry. Okay.
Thank you.
And I'd like to pass the word to Malay Pant, our friend in India.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alessandro, for setting the guidelines of the meeting. Greetings all. We are delighted to have this international joint meeting with the Brasília Toastmasters Club from Brazil. We all know that Brazil is famous for soccer. The country has produced greats like Pele, Ronaldo, Kaká, and numerous others. Brazil is also well known for the iconic Carnival Festival. Another renowned thing that Brazil has is the Brasília Toastmasters Club. Brasília Toastmasters Club was chartered in August 2016. Until 2019, Brasília Toastmasters Club was the only Toastmasters Club in the city. As of now, there are 3 city clubs. In June 2020, Brasília Toastmasters was honored as the #1 club in Brazil. The current president, Alessandro Dias, is honored as the ambassador of Toastmaster values in Brazil. Currently, the club has 30 active members. All of us here from Hexaware Chennai Toastmasters are delighted to have you all on board. Over to you, Toastmaster Alessandro.
Okay. Thank you, Malay. Great to see you here and see our friends from India here. As Malay just mentioned, we have a joint meeting today with Hexaware Chennai Toastmasters. This is a city in the south of India. In India, as many of us here started to understand, they are crazy about cinema. They are crazy about movies. And we know that Bollywood today is a great and huge success. We have great actors and movies presenting here in Brazil and all the world. They are producing in India. This is great. And for you that don't know, culturally diverse India, this is a huge country that they have different food habits and language almost at few hundred kilometers. So they have different region of the country that speak different languages, and they have culturally diverse food. And different from Brazil, the sport that they love most is cricket. It's a sport here that in Brazil is not so common. We usually know cricket during the Olympics games. So this is great to see how such huge countries have so different meanings for sports, and we share the same love for food and movies. Actual Chennai Toastmasters was shattered in March of 2019. At the very first year, they achieved the President Distinguished status in Toastmasters International and have won 2 SMAT Awards in a row. The SMAT Awards is when you bring 5 new members in just 2 months. And they had the Platinum. It's the 46th meeting in the last week. And currently they have 21 members. My name is Alessandro Dias, and I'm president of the Brasília Toastmasters Club. And now this meeting is officially open. I would like to pass the word for the person that is going to conduct this meeting. Her name is Alaúzi Pires, our Toastmaster of the day. She will present the roles and all of the person that's helping her today. So help me welcome Alaúzi Pires.
Hi, everybody. Let me share my screen with you. Can you see my screen? Great. Yes. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. We have people around the world here. Welcome, my Toastmaster fellows and guests, to our meeting. Today, we are going to have an intercultural meeting, Brazil and India together in this friendly environment that it's Toastmaster meeting. Thank you so much for being here with us. Let's receive our Indian friends with applause in our meeting. Yeah! Great. I'm Alaúzi, and as Alessandro told, I will be your Toastmasters of the day. So, and for controlling the time, we have Aletheia, our VP. So she will report the time. She will control the time of all speech and meet sessions. I will call Aletheia to show us how she's going to do that in our meeting. Aletheia, please, can you share with us how are you going to do that?
Thank you, Alaúzi. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a timer today, my role is remind all speakers how much time they will spend on their speech. Today we have 3 speakers and they have between 5 and 7 minutes to deliver it, for example. So I will show the green background when the time is running up, yellow when the time is in the middle, and red background when the time is allowed is finished. Thank you, Alaúzi.
Thank you, Aletheia. Our account will be Shiva's. He will make a report of any overused words and filler sounds. Thank you, Shivas, for being here with us and helping us in our meeting. Thank you so much. Our grammarian will be Shartak. So at the end of the meeting, he will deliver a report of any incorrect and good use of grammar. So thank you, Shartak, for helping us in this meeting. And as a hack master, we have our friend Laura. What Laura will do, she will test our abilities to listen. And at the end, she will make some questions and see if we are really paying attention what the speakers are saying. So pay attention, please. And today we have something really different. We'll have 2 topics master, Alessandro and Barata. So what they are going to do, they are going to deliver our table topics. It's the best session in this meeting. And what happens in this meeting, the table topics? So our members and our guests will have the opportunity to do short speeches, and this really helps you to use quickly your brain and to improvise. And yeah, so this will give great abilities to our members and guests. And at the end, we have the general evaluator that will be Chandra. So Chandra will be here in the meeting, evaluating everything that takes place during the meeting. So thank you guys for helping me in this meeting today. It's really good to be with you. So I will call Shatra to deliver to us the word of the day. Please tell us the word of the day.
Solidarity. Agreement between and support for the members of a group, especially with a common interest and with a mutual support.
Chandra, I if you don't mind, can I take over? Yeah,
please.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Alausi. It's been a wonderful evening for us, and I'm so happy that people all around the world and so early in the morning have joined us today in this wonderful meeting. So that is really an example that our learning never stops, no matter wherever we are. So it's an absolute pleasure for me to play the role of grammarian for the day. And with this, I would like to introduce the word of the day, which is solidarity. It is used as a noun, which means agreement between and support for the members of a community, especially with a common interest and with mutual support within a group. To exemplify this usage of the word, people across the world have shown their solidarity to the frontline workers who have helped us during this global pandemic situation. So as Toastmaster Alexandro has already pointed out, whenever someone uses word of the day, please appreciate them by showing a thumbs up like this. And I would request everyone to use the word of the day as much as they can. Over to you, Toastmaster Alausi. Really looking forward to this wonderful meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shardak. You know, when I knew about the word of the day, I become so happy. So I'm so grateful for you bringing this word, because, you know, in this time that we are, this word is so important. The COVID time gave us the opportunity to be solidary with people around us. And I believe that this meeting that we are having today, as you said, it's the proof that solidarity, it's amazing. So we are here to help each other to improve our abilities in communication, in leadership. So I'm so grateful for this word that you brought to us. Thank you so much again. So now we will begin with our prepared speech. We will have today 3 speeches that will be delivered by our Brazilian friends and by our Indian friends. Let's go to them. The first one, it's Akiko Yamagami. Akiko, she's in the path named Presentation Mastery. Her project is evaluation and feedback, and she will be evaluated by Kartik. The title of her presentations is The Power of Developing the Way You See the World. So she will have between 5 and 7 minutes to deliver this speech. Akiko, the stage is yours, my friend. Welcome.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. Let me share my screen now. Okay. Oh, sorry, it's not this. Okay, let's go. One day, my husband told me an interesting story he had experienced. He's a Brazilian working at an international division at a Brazilian company. And then one day he had a meeting with his counterpart in Japan. At the end of the meeting, he expected they could reach the conclusion. But instead, the Japanese side told him they will go back to the office and then talk to their boss and then make a decision. And he was like, why? And then what was the meeting for? In his mind, the meeting is for reaching the conclusion, not only for discussion. I'm Japanese, come from Japan to Brazil. I used to work for a Japanese company, and I totally understand for a Japanese side. Sorry, my husband. It was too common for us to do that, and it's just hard to describe why do we do that. But let me try. For us, making a decision is something you literally follow with loyalty. So checking every single details before making a decision makes sense for me. And asking your boss or talk to your boss before making decision will add the more trust on your decision. But what I didn't know is it's not common outside of Japan. After talking to my husband, I started thinking, learning a new language is not enough if you work with people with different backgrounds. I mean, you need to understand unwritten word in the dictionary. For example, meeting is called kaigi in Japanese. Kaigi is the word you can easily find in Japanese dictionary, but it's possible what you experience through kaigi is different from the one you will experience through meeting. And this kind of slightly different interpret can be happened anywhere, not only in the business scene, but also your private lives. In my international couple married life, I had a lot of experience. For example, I couldn't understand. One day I cooked the meal for us, and then my husband told me it's tasty. But what he did is he didn't finish up. He just left some part of the meal on the dish. And I thought, maybe he doesn't like my meal, and he tell a lie. But until understand that he is doing that to show the respect for the chef, like you feeded me nicely, like I couldn't eat up enough everything. Until understand what he's doing, I had a lot of fight, and literally every single day I had a fight when I was newly wedded days, and I didn't like it. I just wanted to love him, but it's just hard, you know. So I wanted to stop fighting against him. So what I started is researching how to stop fighting against your husband. I referred as much as possible from psychology or brain science or even spirituality. So far, the best idea I know about how to stop fighting against your husband is something called developmental model of intercultural sensitivity. This is an idea developed by Milton Bennett at Intercultural Developmental Research Institute. It explains what is happening to people dealing with cross-cultural situations. It begins with denial and culminates integration. In early 3 stages, people think their cultural perspective is the only real or accurate. And then the later stages, people can interact productively with cross-cultural situations because they have with their awareness of differences. To understand of this developmental scale brought me the 2 biggest benefits. Firstly, for my self-development, and then secondly, for my relationship. For me, it was such a relief to understand just getting irritated is not a final answer for my marriage. I'm still middle of the way to develop, so I can change my way of feeling if I want to. And then for our relationship, Instead of standing against each other like an enemy, we can stand on the same side in front of the scale. We can map ourselves in the scale where we are right now, and then what we can hope for the future together as a team. So if you are dealing with, or if you are cooperate with someone with different backgrounds and facing the difficulty, please remember, this is a natural reaction as a human beings, but they are not the enemy. You can change your world, how to perspective in front of you, what is happening in front of you, by developing your way of developing the way you see the world. So you can change your world with solidarity. Thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Akiko, amazing, Akiko. I really loved your speech. It was the first time that I saw you delivering your speech, and it was really amazing. You know, I was here thinking, because I had this experience of studying abroad, and when I studied abroad, I had contact with different cultures, you know. So how important it's like you look to this difference and you be so sensitive to take this, that you need to self-develop, and you need to establish relationship with those people and get what they have the best to offer you. So, you know, when you were talking, I was remembered this time of my life, and I was so grateful for listening, because you were so sensitive about bringing this to us, this power that we can, that we have to change the way that we see people, that we see things, and how powerful we are around this. So thank you so much for your speech. Applausos for Akiko. Thank you, Akiko, again. So now it's time for giving feedback for Akiko. Please, you can find the link in chat. And remembering, our guests can give a feedback to Akiko too. So please help to improve our members' abilities. So please give you feedback to them.
Alaúzi, 1 minute is passed.
Thank you so much, Aletheia. Let's go to our second speech. Our second speech will be delivered by Chatin. His path is leadership development. His project is evaluation and feedback level 1. And the evaluator, the evaluator will be Manoj Kumar, okay? And his title, the title of his speech is Feedback is Fuel. So let's receive Chatin. The stage is yours. Thank you so much.
Hi, can you hear me and see me? Can you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Timer, please start when I say 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Good morning, Brazil, and good evening, India. Feedback is fuel. Fuel for what? Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, this speech is based off of Shelley Osborne's Udemy course, Feedback is Fuel. Friends, how often have you felt irked at the thought of having a feedback session from our boss? We might have felt, oh man, this is a mandatory process in the organization. The boss man's gonna come, rant about all the negative things about me, never gonna say a good thing about me. So let's just get done with it. Haven't we all felt that? We have, at least at some point of time in our life, I believe, right? So in this speech, I'm gonna share a few tips that would ease out the process of receiving and giving feedback. So let's just get right to it. Situation, behavior, and impact, SBI. This is the framework for giving effective feedback and receiving as well. For example, hey, John, that was an amazing speech. You did really well. The clients were interested. You enthralled the audience. And as a result, we have new business from the client. You see, situation was there was a meeting, behavior, he enthralled the audience. And impact, we got new business from the clients. On the other hand, hey, Linda, that was a terrible job you did. I hope you could do it a bit better next time. Now, Linda knows she has done something wrong, but doesn't know what exactly. It's vague. We could rather apply SBI here. We could say, hey, Linda, that spreadsheet of yours had incorrect numbers. So next time when you send the spreadsheet to the client, make sure you review that with me so that the orders are not delayed anymore, right? So we are marrying situation, behavior, and impact here together. It's not vague anymore. Is there a time for giving feedback? I mean, if it's constructive, like for example, Linda's was constructive, John's was affirmative. Yes, there is a time. If it's appraisal, and if it's a constructive appraisal, if you give it on a Monday morning, there's a chance that the entire week might be ruined for the recipient. And if you give it on a Friday evening, the weekend might be ruined. So Wednesday afternoon is the right time you want to give a constructive feedback. And if it's affirmative, you can always give it in public, but make sure you ask the recipient if it's okay to receive the feedback in public, because not everybody is okay to receive affirmative feedbacks in public. Constructive feedback should always be in private, by the way. And before you really start giving feedbacks, you got to build a rapport with your recipient. There should be a trust factor involved. Now, this is about giving feedback. How about receiving? Do we receive the feedback well every time, especially if it's constructive? No, we don't feel good all the time, right? So we got to have an open mindset, a growth mindset that would enable us to really mold our behavior according to the feedback. So you got to assume good intent. People generally mean well when they give you feedback because they care for you. So have an attitude of gratitude. If you don't value their opinion, don't just push back. No, you are wrong. I didn't do that. No, don't do that. Be open about it. And it's always easy that the constructive feedback can be misinterpreted. So always ask for clarity. Never hesitate for asking clarity. You don't always have to act on every feedback you receive. There may have been a reason why you did the way you did in the past. You know it very well why you did so. So you can choose the feedback you receive and work on them. Remember, the person giving constructive feedback to you doesn't like it either, but he cares for you. Randy Pausch, the last lecture, it's a video on YouTube. He says, if you're screwing up and nobody says a thing to you, it means that they have given up on you. And if they are saying something, that means they care for you. So that's about receiving feedback. Now, can you control the feedback you receive? Yes, you can. What you could do is, instead of having a yearly appraisal or an appraisal once in 6 months with your boss, you could set up monthly meetings You could talk to your boss. I want to work on these things, 1, 2, 3, 4. These things I want to get feedback on. I want to really work on these things. So every month when you meet him, you get the feedback on these things and you see you're improving. There's a feedback loop that is set. How about giving feedback to your managers? Ooh, that's scary. Feedback to managers? That sounds scary, to me at least. But we must give feedback to managers as well, because they don't know how they are behaving with their reportees. They get their feedback from their managers, right? But we got to tell them how they are behaving. And good managers love to receive such feedback. So friends, I hope I shared some tips with you that would ease out the process of receiving and giving feedback. So the feedback is really fuel for our growth and self-improvement. So life's all about people, my friends. What we are is by people. What we do is for people. And it's our duty to really improve ourselves and help others around us by giving and receiving effective feedback. And in the process, grow, thrive, and shine. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Oh, this is amazing, Sachin. Wow, I loved your speech. My gosh, so good. You know, this thing of thinking about feedback is a feel. It's amazing. It's really a great experience. We had a course, I believe 2 weeks ago, where we learned that feedback is a gift. So receive a feedback as a gift and improve. Use this to improve your abilities, to improve yourself, to improve your relation. So how important is to know how to deliver a feedback as well to receive the feedback. And this is amazing. I loved everything that you told. So thank you so much for bringing this to us, because this is something that we are here to learn too. So to be a great leader, we need to do how to do that. And it's really good to listen about this. So thank you so much again for this. I will share. So applauses for him. Really, really good. So I would like now, let's go to give feedback to Sachin. The link can be found in the chat. So please help him to improve his abilities. And remember, our guests can give him feedback too. Our time, please let me know when the time is finished.
Alauzi, 1 minute passed. You are mute, Alauzi.
Now let's go to our third speech. Malay Kumar will deliver the third speech. His path is leadership development. His project is managing time. And his evaluator will be Ana Paula Fernandes. And the title of his speech is Pause, Look Around. I'm so excited to listen to you, Malai. The stage is yours. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster. Please let me know if I'm visible and audible. Let me know if I'm...
Yes, Malai, yes.
Okay. Yes. So the timer, we can start now. We are but sailors in this vast ocean of life. As we row our boat, we keep coming across people of different walks of life, and we try to build relationships. Good evening, dear Toastmasters and guests from India, and a special good morning to Toastmasters from the Brasília Toastmasters Club. I extend my warm greetings to one and all. Today, I would want all of us to pause a bit, ponder, and reflect over the relationships that we have with people around us. I did pause. I started pondering over this topic once COVID hit. We were in a lockdown, and I had a lot more time in hand. I started talking to my family and friends more. I started answering the family group video calls. I happened to come across this book called The Magic. It is one of those books in the Secret series by Rhonda Byrne. The book talks about gratitude, and certain sections talk about relationships. I started meditation and yoga. So all these soul-searching activities made me think about the importance of relationships. I will come to the problem statement directly. I don't think we invest enough time and energy in relationships. Yes, there are relationships where we spend a lot of time, but we don't make a conscious effort to strengthen the relationship. I will cite a use case for you. There might be somebody in our family or in our close circle who we were very close to, but over a period of time, the bond has just faded. We just don't have that connection anymore. So what do we do about that? Most of the time, we do nothing. It is a natural instinct to bond with one another. Man is, after all, a social animal. But sometimes we start isolating ourselves as each one of us is running behind these materialistic goals. We take people for granted. We do not acknowledge relationships. We do not realize the importance of connections. We end up hurting the other person, and the other person doesn't bring it up. And what happens? The relationship gets sustained and negativity crops up. Even at work, we need to make a deliberate endeavor to try and make relationships work. Just imagine having a stellar relationship with your boss and your work colleagues. Doesn't it sound perfect? And trust me, it is not very difficult. All we need to do is have that intention, the intention to actually make people like us and build a relationship. As I talk about relationships, I would want to share a slice of my life with you. I was fortunate enough to start a small eatery in Hyderabad in 2014. It is in a colony right next to the IT hub. There are several other restaurants in the same vicinity providing the same food and the same kind of ambience. Yet, as luck would have it, we came out on top. Our business started doing well. At first, I could not fathom the reason, but one day I realized. In fact, I overheard it from people. And what the people said was that being hungry is the name of the joint that we had started. Being hungry, everybody, the whole ecosystem, the way we talk to people, the way we interact with our staff, the way the relationship that we have with our owner, even the guests there were people who would walk in twice to thrice in a week to have the same biryani, and all that was because of the relationship that we had developed. So my dear friends, relationships play a very, very important role in our lives. It is an invaluable treasure which needs to be handled with care. Very briefly, I would want to share my own thoughts on what you can do to improve your relationships. Acknowledge the person. invest your time. Don't miss out on the opportunity to appreciate anybody. If you've had a bad experience with someone, think about the good old times. Think about the good qualities. If thinking doesn't help, write it down. Writing does help. Fourth point, don't let a failed relationship drag on. Clear out the air. Most of the times, it is just one talk that clears up everything. If you want to work on a relationship, start doing things together. You can exercise together, maybe watch something on Netflix together. There are many things that you can do. One very important point is we all should learn to respond and not to react. Communication is an art. Last but not the least, learn to forgive and forget. I might have sounded very iterative by again and again saying that we must invest time in our relationships. But yes, in fact, if we want to improve our life, we need to continue, build, and sustain the relationship. Here, I would want to take an opportunity to pause and think. Let us all pause for the next 30 seconds and reflect on relationships. Let's just pick out one relationship that we have, which we can all actually work on. Think that which is that one relationship where you just put in a little bit of effort and the relationship can actually improve. 11, 12. I would really want all of you to just think of that one name where you can actually, which can benefit from this the speech of mine. 7, 21, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Thank you, Toastmaster. Over to you.
Malai, thank you so much for your speech. Wow, amazing. Wow, these speeches today, they are so touchful. I'm feeling, wow, this is amazing. While we were speaking here, I was thinking, my gosh, yeah, relationship is everything. And we need to, I believe that this COVID time gave us this opportunity to pause and look around and see what is important to us, what kind of relation we have around us, which kind of people is with us in our path, and to value these, to value our family, to value our friends, our boss, our co-workers, and to understand how important this changing, because it's a path that goes and comes. So communication, relationship, so amazing. Thank you so much for bringing this kind of reflection, because I really believe that this is important, because we are here to grow up, to improve ourselves, not just our abilities, but our abilities as a person, our self-development, as Akiko said. So thank you so much for this. I'm really happy for listening all these speeches. Thank you so much. So applauses for him, please. Great, really good. And now, please go to the chat and click in the link to give a feedback to Malai. Please do that. And I would like to remember our speakers that they will receive by mail these feedbacks, okay? Tomorrow, these feedbacks will be in your email. So please, let's help our friends to improve their communication abilities.
Alaúzi, 1 minute is passed.
Thank you so much, Aletheia, for that. Now we will call our timer, Aletheia, to bring us a report about the time of the speech and see which ones are available to vote. Aletheia, the stage is yours, please.
Thank you, Alaúzi. Wow, great speakers today, my goodness. Akiko, she has delivered her speech in 6 minutes and 36 seconds. Sachin in 5 minutes and 43 seconds, and Malai in 6 minutes and 10 seconds. So all are available to be voted. Thank you, Alaúzi.
Thank you, Aletheia. Guys, now will appear a pop-up for you to vote to the best prepared speech. The pop-up should be in your screen.
Hello, did you see the screen vote?
Yes, I could see that.
Okay, thanks.
Alaúzi, 1 minute passed.
Great, thank you so much, Aletheia. And now we will have a network break. Let's talk and see and welcome our guests and know who is there. And please, let's see who is here with us. Oh, we have a lot of guests. Wonderful. Aletheia, please help me to call them.
So let me see who is. Oh, Kim is here. Hello, what? Ida. Wow, there is a lot of guests today. Diego.
Yeah, amazing.
Yes, I'm so happy. Someone
would you like to say something? Are you enjoying our Brazil and India meeting? It has been amazing, guys, being with you. You're welcome.
Good speech. Good speech.
Thank you.
Hi, Edward.
Hi, Aletheia. Nice to see you again.
Oh, yes. Thank you for coming. To come.
Hello, people.
Hello, Diego. How's it going?
Hi,
my name is
Diego.
Diego. I'm here because Rejani has told me about this meeting. And
Cool.
I'm not from Brasília, I'm from Fortaleza, and I'd like to be part of, to get to know Toastmasters better, because I'm trying to improve my speaking skills, like in the way how to present things, how to present ideas. And I think that Toastmasters can help me with that. And also, it is an opportunity to get to know people from all over the world, this meeting right now. And for me, we had wonderful presentations today. And yeah, that's it.
Great, you are in the right place to improve your skills. So welcome, Diego. Thank you.
I think
Who
you
else?
will learn a lot more than that. I think.
That's true. That's true. Who else?
Hi,
Gisele.
everyone.
Hi, Ricardo.
How are you?
Nice to see you again.
Hi, Ricardo. Present.
Hi. Who talking to me?
Present yourself.
Yes,
my name is Ricardo Tomacelli. I'm from BSB Nights Club from Brasília also, and I'm here to meet to meet other people, and it's a pleasure to be with you here today.
great.
Thank you.
Great. Welcome. Gisele. Who
Hi,
else?
everyone. Hi there. My name
Plinio. Oh, hi, Gisele.
Hi,
How are
everyone.
you?
Great. Thank you. This is really nice. Wow, the speeches were really good. I was really delighted. It's been ages I've been trying to participate in Toastmasters. I live in Salvador, but we don't really have a group there. So I've been looking everywhere, and thankfully you guys found me and helped me in. And it was really nice. I mean, I can't believe how many people from so many places. And we're all Brazilians and Indians. It's great. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Really nice.
Thank you, Gisele. There any guests from India?
Hello,
Maybe-
everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
Ida.
Hello, I'm Aida.
Hi, Aida.
I'm not from Brazil. I'm from Mozambique.
Mozambique.
I'm from Maputo Toastmasters. So I was invited by Rejane just to come and see how the thing is and how the Brazil Toastmasters is. So I'm here just to see
come
how.
on. We love
Thank you.
Maputo. We love it.
Thank you.
Any guests from India? Do you like? Ah, okay. You are mute.
Hi all. Hi all.
Okay.
This is Bharat.
Hi.
I'm from India. It's nice to be part of the joint meeting with Brazil, and so far a lot of takeaway from the speech, how you presented, and good to have friends from the different globe. And happy to be part of this meeting. And I also welcome all of you who join this meeting and make this meeting more memorable for both the countries. And hope to meet you regularly if Josh warrants. And happy to meet you all again. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Any else?
Hi,
Plinio,
this
would
is
you like to say
Chandra.
something?
This is Chandrasekhar
Chandra.
Subramanian. Hi, how are you? Actually, I was invited by Hexaware Toastmasters, and I just wanted to see how you guys are doing. And all smiles, great meeting. And I really like your smiles, and the meeting was really good. And so far, I've been enjoying really good. And all the best, Hexaware Toastmasters, and also the Brazilian Toastmasters. All the best.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. Plinio, would you
Hi
like to say
guys.
something?
Hi guys.
Hi,
I
Plinio.
need to introduce myself because I'm feeling a grandpa in this meeting. I have never seen so many young people around. Thank you, Alonso. Thank you. It's very, very good. Thank you guys from India to join. It's a very, very beautiful thing. And I need to tell about the word of the day, solidarity. There is nothing more beautiful than solidarity at this time we are living for. Thank you, Aline.
Alauzi, our time is fast.
Allow.
Oh, great. So good to talk a little. And at the end, we can do this more and know more each other, and and say more about life and about us and about how enjoying has been this time. Thank you so much.
I would like to say something, Ms. Toastmaster. First of all, well, hello everyone. I'm from Chile. Well, this is not my first time here. Well, I want to say that congratulations everyone for this meeting. I think it was an effort, independently online, but it's an effort to connect two countries with a huge orally difference, you know. and congratulate to the speakers. The 3 speeches was amazing. Were amazing. The topics and the way that they tell us the story was with a very good technique. I felt very touched with especially two of the speeches. So congratulations.
Thank you, Felipe. The
Thank
words
you,
is
Felipe.
yours, Calauzi. Thank you.
Please, Alessandro, I can't share here my screen because someone is sharing. So I don't know if it's you.
Okay, now you can go. I was with the music.
Great. Thank you so much. Let's go to one of the best part of our meeting, the table topics. And today we have something so different. I'm so excited, people, to see how this really works. So today we have Alessandro Dias from Brasília Toastmasters and Bara from Hexaware, Chennai Toastmaster. So guys, the stage is yours, please.
So, hello everyone. Good evening in India. Good morning here in Brazil. Good evening in Mozambique. Good morning, Arizona. That's a great meeting so far. Thank you so much, Alauzi. That is really a great way to handle this joint meeting for the first time. I would like first to pass the word to our friend from India, Bharat, to bring for you some of the first questions that are going to change during this table topics special session for you. Bharat, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Alexandro, for this session. So impromptu table topics is always an exciting session for anybody who is participating because it's on spontaneity. So when you come for a prepared speech, you will have some time to prepare some topic and present it. But sometimes when there's a question being thrown on the podium, which needs a spontaneous decision to make and present it, it is always exciting. When someone suddenly asks you, how you're going to see yourself in another 10 years of time, it really excites us because each and everyone have their own answers. By saying all this, let me begin my session. So can I have the first volunteer, please?
Yes, Bharat. Lalit here.
Alessandro, you can give a topic to Lalit.
Okay, thank you, Bharat. So, who is the one who's going to deliver this speech? I can see your name here. Okay, yeah. Hello. So, hello. Let me see here. My question for you. This one is the only one that I was picked for the team as the word solidarity. So, try to remind one kindly action that you have seen that touched yourself or that made you change your mind about any specific topic. So the question is, share with us one kindly action that you have seen that touched yourself or made you change your mind in some matter. The word is yours, let it.
Thank you, Toastmaster, Table Topics Master. So since I am not a Toastmaster now, I'll take the privilege of 30 seconds time to think about it. Yes. So we are in this pandemic, and we would have never thought last year, same time, we would be having a Toastmaster session with Chennai and someone from Brazil. And I never imagined that I'll be a non-Toastmaster and I'll be participating in a table topic session with the Brazil Toastmasters Club. So it's all seems surreal, right? This COVID has actually changed the way I see my life personally, because I am used to be a person who used to plan everything, and I used to see some constant changes in my life. So I'm some sort of a person who always believes in process more than the result. So I always thought, okay, everything is under control. I'll be able to do some things if I am able to plan. It will be executed in some point of time, and I am going to own everything, and the control is all in my hands. But this COVID has entirely changed. I would not say 100%, but I am now accepting the fact that it is not going to be 100% completely in my control. I have to accept the changes which are coming along the way, and I have to see it in a very positive way. So life is not going to be always the prepared speech section. It is mostly going to be a table topic session where you will be thrown under the bus every now and then. Now we are thrown under the bus for the last almost 10 months, but still we are surviving, and even the Toastmasters is going on well. So I had a lot of personal challenges in this last 10 months, I would say. I had few losses and few very tough times for my family, but still I am here. I have survived all these things, and my family was there to support me. Now I'm in a better organization with a better team. The only thing which I miss from my previous organization, Hexaware, is obviously the Toastmasters. But friends, if there is one thing which made me grounded and almost think what is my strategy is, it's the COVID and it's the pandemic which made me realize that life is not always a prepared speech section. You should be always ready for a table topic session. So over to you, table topic master.
Great, Lars, great answer. This is really a time for us to see how many people are changing lives during this crisis that we are living today. So now I'd like to pass the word to Byron to bring the next speech and ask him to deliver this question for our next guest.
Thank you so much, Alexander, and thanks, Lalit, for initiating the table topics. So can we have a volunteer from Brazil?
Yes, I have the name here is Gisele from Salvador.
Okay. Welcome, Gisele. I'll share my screen and a topic for you.
Gisele,
can you guys see my screen?
I cannot see the shared screen. I can see you.
Hello?
Can you see
yes. Yes, the screen almost it's sharing. 1 second. Yes, now it's here.
Okay, so the topic is, what is the most delightful moment in your life so far? What is the most delightful moment in your life so far?
That's for me, right? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, do I start immediately or have to think?
You can have a second to think.
Yeah, you can take your time.
Okay. You ready? I don't know how this works. Okay,
so I explained Giselle, 1 second. So I thought that you were from a club. I missed the information. So the table topic sessions, you have from 1 minute, 2 minutes to 2 minutes to answer the question.
Okay.
You can take the time if you want. If you do that in less than 1 minute or after 2 minutes, no problem at all. The only thing is that during the vote process, you want to be able to be voted if you are below 1 minute or after 2.5 minutes. Okay, you can make up the answer. You can create or think yourself. You don't need to talk anything that is true, or if you want, you can tell something that is true for you.
Okay, so by delightful, I guess it was a surprise for me when I came back to Brazil, because I was born in Brazil, but I only came back when I was 21, to be so welcomed in Brazil and to have so many challenges that I could actually give back things to my fellow Brazilian citizens. So it took me a while to realize that I actually wanted to live in Brazil. And then I realized that in Brazil, I could give back, whereas in England, I couldn't as much. So that moment dawned on me when I was dancing forró, which is an amazing couple dance that you don't find anymore around the world. So in that exact moment, I thought, oh, wow, this is really what makes me happy in Brazil. This is what makes me happy in the world, to find people join in music and not necessarily have any competitions. So at that second, I thought, okay, I need to live here. But then I didn't know how to, make a career of it. And it was then that the solidarity of Brazilians helped me in every way. They found me a job, they found me a place to live. They gave me the language back, which I had lost. And in the end, I realized that what I could give, everyone was giving back to me. I didn't have my family, I didn't have necessarily a good job, but gradually I decided to teach English and bring everything back together. All my students now, I share my experience. And the same way as Brazilians give to me what I need, I give back to the world what I think I can. That's basically my delightful moment. Don't know how many minutes was that, but thank you.
That was great, Jerry. Congratulations. You were on time, okay, so I'm sure they're going to be voted for this delightful moment. I would like to pass the word back to Paraf.
Thank you so much, Isil, for the wonderful expression from you and the points you shared on the podium. And can you have the next volunteer for the topic? Volunteer from India?
Karthik, I would like to go.
Okay, Alexa, Karthik.
Okay, so Karthik, try to think, if you could speak for 30 minutes with anyone in this world that is alive or not, who would be that person and why would you want to talk with him or her? So Karthik, if you could speak for 30 minutes with anyone in this world that is alive or dead, who would it be and why? The word is yours.
Thank you so much. It's a great evening and it's fantastic to meet you folks, especially the Brazilian Toastmasters. Yes, if I could speak for 30 minutes with someone alive or dead, I would definitely like to talk to the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi. I always admire him for coming up with non-violence. So I have read this book and I was really enthused to find how a single man who personified, who doesn't have a strong frame and who is sort of a thin guy and who came in from a modest and who played a very important role in the freedom movement of India. So he not only made a difference in India, but he took the message of non-violence to the entire world and made a big difference. And where people were fighting out to make a difference and to grab territory, hey, the best way to get things done is non-violence. And he stood there and he was able to make a difference to millions of people around the world. So I also saw this movie. It was a great movie, worthy watch. The way he sort of adapts to situations, even when he's when he was cornered. I think he went to jail over 20 times or so. Even after undergoing all that, he never lost his cause of purpose to bring freedom to India. and he made a big difference. So it will be really fantastic to sit with him, what made him who he is. And thank you so much. Thanks for the opportunity.
Okay, great, Karthik. This is great to see how your country sees this, because we really see Mahatma Gandhi here, at least in my personal opinion, as one kind of a peace man, one that looks for solidarity in the world. And see how do you see that from your side is really, really lovely to know. Thank you so much. So now our next guest, as I have the name here, is Plinio from Miami Club. I would like to pass the word back to Bharat to ask him the question. Plinio is the name.
Hi, Plinio. Welcome to this meeting. And the topic for you is how you want to see yourself 10 years from now. How you want to see yourself 10 years from now? Or to
I'm sorry, how do I
want to see yourself 10 years from now?
Sorry, I don't catch you.
No, how do you want to see yourself 10 years from now? In the next in the next 10 years, how you want to become?
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not difficult to answer this question because it's a puzzle. We are living in a situation that really depend on us to solve all the problems that's about to come and all the problems that's really involving us right now. And we must do our best to solve this, to live solidarity, be a friend of everybody, and close our eyes to many things that we should not, because situation isn't that easy. And if we practice solidarity, if we live our life as brothers, I think many things may be solved with the time. And that is it, guys. I'm really very concerned of what's going on in the world, and maybe a situation like this is the solution. Living our life for our friends, living our life for the ones who are by our sides. That's the word. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Filipino, for sharing the wonderful moments from your side. And the next volunteer for a topic from India.
Hey, Bharat, can I go next?
Thank you so much, Sachin, for volunteering. Alexander, the podium is yours for giving a topic to Sachin.
Okay, thank you. So, hello, Sachin. So, this is a great one to really think about. Sachin, would you rather change something in the past or find out about one thing in the future? So, Sachin, would you rather change something in the past or know one thing about the future? The stage is yours.
Just to clarify, if I want to change one thing in future or one thing in the past?
Now, if you want to change one thing in the past or know one thing in the future?
Know one thing in future.
To grab something for the future today, to know something that will happen today or change something that happened in the past.
If there's one thing that I want to change from the past, that is probably not getting enslaved by the British. As Karthik mentioned in his speech, the great Mahatma Gandhi fought a lot. We lost a lot of our brothers and sisters in the past. So there was a lot of blood lost. There were famines that India had to go through, but there was not much help available. In the past, India was called as the the land of gold, I would say. There was so much gold. Even now, there are some temples in India where there are treasures that are actually locked within the temples. it actually amounts to around billions. So a lot of it was actually looted out. So that's one thing really I would like to change. But there's also some good thing that has happened because of that. The Britishers came and gave us English, and English is the reason why we're able to really become a global there's globalization around here right now. This meeting that is happening right now is also because of globalization. We're able to talk to you guys in English because of the Britishers. So there is good and bad things. I would rather have wished that they had come but not looted. They would have come and helped us out. So that's the only thing I would like to change. Thank you.
Great, Sachin. Really is. We always think about who and why they did what they did in the past with our countries. It's really a place that we can see how that happened. We can just live the consequence of that. But I do believe that we can change from now on to deliver and leave this a better place for everyone. And globalization is great. English is one amazing language, and I think, like you, as you said, we have at least 4 different cultures here in this meeting, and English is connecting everyone. This is great. So I'd like to thank you, everyone. Pass the word back to my friend to say his last words. We need to give the word back to our Toastmaster of the day. Thank you so much for this session.
Thank you, guys. This was so amazing. Thank you so much. It was a great experience having you both directing this session time. Thank you so much. I will share 1 second, please. Let me share here with you my screen. Okay, now I will give the words to the general evaluator.
I'm sorry, allows the time report and voting.
Oh, sorry, Alessandro. Thank you for your help. So yeah, so now we will vote the best table topics speaker. So please enter in the chat and vote to the best speaker, please. Help us, our friends, to improve their abilities.
Hello, first, can I tell their time? Just to be sure that all are available to be voted. No problem at all.
Sorry. I'm a little lost. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I was so excited about the speech that I lost completely. So, Aletheia, please give the report of the time so we can know which speakers of the table topics are available to be voted. Please do that.
Great. So they have to deliver their speech between 1 and 2 minutes. So latecomer, sorry for my pronounce, latecomer has done in 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Giselle in 1 minute and 46 seconds. Kartik in 1 minute and 48 seconds. Plinio in 1 minute and 13 seconds. And Sachin in 1 minute and 45 seconds. So everybody is available to be voted. So now I will launch the poll and everybody can vote.
Yes, please, guys. Now is the time of voting. Thank you, Aletheia.
Allow us 1 minute past, so you can continue.
Okay. Thank you so much, Aletheia. Let's continue our meeting. And now it's the time. Please, I would like to call the general evaluator, the Chandra, that he will guide the next session that will be the evaluator's feedback and his feedback. Chandra, the stage is yours. Please come in.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lausi. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The purpose of the general evaluator is to evaluate everything that takes place throughout the meeting. During the meeting, I take notes on everything that happened and did not happen. Being a general evaluator, I evaluate each participant on the meeting program and look for good examples, organization, delivery, enthusiasm, observation, and performance of duties. I have my own evaluation team who had observed and noted down all flaws in speakers' communication for improvement. Without any further ado, first I would like to call upon Toastmaster Karthik Subramaniam to read his evaluation report.
Thank you, Chandra. The Power of Developing the Way You See the World by Akamai. What a speech. They say culture eats strategy for breakfast. And this speech, Akamai was able to share glimpses and examples of what happens in a multicultural scenario and why it is very important for us to be sensitive to understand the multicultural environments so that you can be at your best. There are a lot of areas where you excelled in the speech, Akamai. To begin with, your smile. I think your smile and your body language and your eye contact, I think it was amazing. This meeting being conducted in video conferencing, your lighting and the frame of your speech is also fantastic. And your gestures, I think the way you sort of articulated the gestures was awesome. And the examples that you gave are really good. That is something that we can sort of relate to it. The one that you spoke about on decision making, where how Japanese give more importance to loyalty. And the other example where you spoke about the dish where they left it empty. Your husband left it, didn't complete the whole thing, where you perceived it in a different way, right? And it's really good that you also found a solution by attending this course on to how to handle the cross-cultural situations effectively. So overall, it's a fantastic speech. I have only one suggestion for you. This is with respect to your presentation. I think when you brought your presentation first, I thought you're going to show something up, but I guess it didn't move from the first slide. It just stood there. So that, again, you can just try to bring it up or check before your full speech and ensure that everyone sees the presentation fully. So overall, a fantastic speech. It's a very sensitive topic and you did full justice to the topic. Wishing you the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik Subramaniam, for your detailed report. Thank you so much. Next, I'd like to call upon Toastmaster Manoj Kumar Alagumalai to give us evaluation report.
Good evening, good morning, everyone. Toastmaster Sachin. So let me give you some fuel, or in your terms, the feedback. The very first thing I liked in your speech today was the way you delivered your speech. I know this perfection, this level of perfection can be achieved only with thorough preparation and constant rehearsal, so that you have done both and made your delivery fantastic. your speech, the next thing I liked in your speech was that you tried to compress a very huge content, which needs like half an hour, 30 minutes to 1 hour to give. You try to compress the content in 7 minutes and tried your best to give it in your speech. And I'm sure most of the content which you want to deliver has also been received by the listeners. So there is no doubt about your delivery, but the way you have structured your speech, I do have a couple of recommendations for that. The first one is that your speech as a listener, for me, it was too technical. It has many technical terms throughout your speech. So in case, if it was possible for you to add some anecdotes here and there, which the audience can easily connect, then we would have understood the exact content of what you want to convey. So that is my first recommendation for you. Try to have an anecdote when your topic is full of technical and hi-fi words, so you can connect with more number of people. So that is my very first recommendation. And next is that try to conclude your speech in a high note. I know you use the word fuel in your speech, and you could have concluded your speech by saying that, so my friends, this is the feedback for, this is the fuel. Or else like, this is the feedback for your fuel. And do you still wonder what fuel is? Fuel stands for F, friends, U, yourself, E, your employees, L, your leaders. So you are trying to, so by conveying an anecdote or an abbreviation at the end of your speech, you are trying to convey like, this feedback session is for all your friends, employees, and your leaders. So these people, it will be very useful for you. So overall, your preparation was amazing. Your delivery was fantastic. Just if you would your speech with little more anecdotes and the conclusion, if the conclusion was powerful enough, I think this would be an outstanding speech today. All the best for your future speeches. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alagamari. Thank you for giving a lot of examples and to improve future speeches. Thank you. Next, I'd like to call upon third evaluator, Toastmaster Ana Paula Fernandez. Over to you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. And today I'm here to evaluate Malai and his speech. His project. In this speech, he should make it to 5 to 7 minutes. And the purpose of the project is for the member to evaluating his time management skills and should deliver a well-organized speech about any topic, and may choose to speak about a time management exercise that he completed during the project. And I first would like to congratulate you for your speech, because I noticed that you studied the theme. You studied it very hard, because I received some notes that you sent me. So I can notice that you were really committed to your speech. So the other thing is about how you touched us with this theme about relationships, because I know that it's a world issue. This thing we are all living. We are discovering how to relation to each other again, rediscovering that. So your team really touched me with all this experience that you brought, and how we should value relationships, and how we should pause and do things more concerned about people and about what we are doing in these days. So congratulations for that. And the second thing I want to say to you is just to improve a little bit your camera, because I noticed that in the end of your speech, we are trying to see your hands movements. But in the beginning, we can't saw that because your hands were too low. So we couldn't see that. We just saw that at the end because you showed us your hands. And the other thing that I would like you to try is that you have to involve the audience with your feeling. So when you were talking about being more relaxed, more use pause and thoughts and things like that, I would like to say to you to be more like this, to be more paused, to be more relaxed. But you did a great job. Thank you. Back to the Toastmaster. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ana Paula Fernandez. Thanks for a constructive feedback with the benefit of the speaker. Thank you. Now, I have a team of TAC role players who had observed and noted down timings and flaws in speakers' communication for improvement. First, I'd like to check with Alitea to check whether everyone is eligible to vote.
Thank you. So they should deliver their evaluator between 2 and 3 minutes. So Kartik have done it in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Manaj in 3 minutes and 11 seconds. And Ana Paula in 3 minutes and 14 seconds. So all are eligible to be voted. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Let's wait for the voting to flash.
I will launch the list for all to vote.
Okay.
Everybody can see the list? Yes? Thank you. Allows 1 minute past. You can continue.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Alitea. It's just
our general evaluator, sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
The word's yours.
Shall I continue? Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Alitea. Now, I'd like to call upon our counter, Toastmaster Shiva Subramaniam, to read out his report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chandra. Good evening and good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As an accounter, my role was to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. So today my report goes like Alausi 3 hours, Sarthak 2 hours, Akiko 3 hours, and 1 repetition of the word you will, Malay 4 hours, Kartik 3 hours, Sachin 4 hours, and Anna 4 hours. So a simple suggestion to avoid these fillers is to follow a simple cycle model. That is, identify, train, and test. So number one is we have to identify the fillers. Number two, we have to train our brain. So after identifying the fillers, we can target one filler at a time and train our brain to escape that filler by embracing the pass. Number third, obviously we have to test our learning, so we can use any formal speeches platform like Toastmasters to test that. So following this cycle, we can eliminate our filler words and can become a better speaker. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Chandra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shiva, for your wonderful report. Now, I'm going to call upon grammarian Saptak to read out this report.
Thanks. Thank you, Toastmaster Chandra. So it gives me immense pleasure to see that I have a register filled with the magnificent usage of great phrases and creative use of English language. Let me first start with the word of the day report. So the word of the day was used by Toastmaster Alauzi once, Toastmaster Akiko once, guest Pino during the networking session once, Toastmaster Alessandro, well, he was taking the table topics role once, Toastmaster Grazilio once, guest Pino twice when he came to give his table topics. So this is the word of the day report. Coming to the good usages of and the creative phrases. So Toastmaster allows a used feedback is a gift to improve. She also used get what they have, they have the best to offer you. Then Toastmaster Akiko in her speech used intercultural sensitivity, cross-cultural situation, awareness of differences as some of the creative phrases. Toastmaster Sachin used creative words like irk, constructive, affirmative, and I should say his title itself was very creative. Feedback is the fuel. He introduced SBI framework, which stands for situation, behavior, impact. He used mold our behavior, attitude for gratitude, grow, thrive, and shine. And he ended his speech with this expression, which was really cool. Toastmaster Malay used creative phrases like we are sailors in the ship of life, bond had just faded, materialistic goals, deliberate endeavor, a slice of my life, and learn to respond, not to react. Some of the good words used by him were pondering, instinct, acknowledge, stellar. Coming to Toastmaster Karthik, while evaluating, he used a creative phrase, culture eats strategy for breakfast. Toastmaster Manoj, I couldn't capture, but it was really interesting when he recommended how he should end the speech, ending the speech with 4 adjectives that abbreviate to fuel. So that's a creative use. Toastmaster Lalit used life is not going to be a prepared speech. You should be ready for table topics. Toastmaster Grazilia used that moment dawned on me. Toastmaster Karthik, while table topics, he used make a difference to millions of people around the world. And another phrase, he was cornered. Toastmaster Pino used live our lives as brothers. Toastmaster Sachin used not getting enslaved by the British. And finally, Aha Counter gave us a really creative model to avoid fillers, identify, train, and test. So these are all the good usages, which I could note down. I'm pretty sure I would have missed some. Coming to the recommendations, we need to work on the tense and some of the sentence and the phrase construction that we do. So these are some of the things that I have and some good improvement in usage of prepositions. So these are some of the things that I had noted down today. It has been a wonderful meeting and great connecting with you all. Over to you, Toastmaster Chandra.
Thank you, Saptar, for your thorough and extensive report. Thank you so much. Now this session is going to be very interesting. Now I'd like to call upon Arc Master, Toastmaster Lara Michelle, to conduct the Q&A. Over to you.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. We have now some questions to test your listening. So I'm going to ask you to unmute yourselves and just say the answer, okay? I have an easy question to begin with. Who Karthik would like to have a 30-minute chat with?
Mahatma Gandhi.
Yeah, that's right. And Sachin also mentioned Mahatma Gandhi in his table topic speech when he said he would change something about the past. What he would change?
The colonization.
Yeah. And Sachin was also our second speaker, and he delivered a great speech about feedback. He provided us with a framework for delivering feedback. Does anyone remember which were the three main topics?
SBI.
And can you tell me what SBI means?
Situation, behavior, and I lost the last word.
Impact.
Impact.
Situation, behavior, and impact.
Great job. Our first speaker, Akika, told us she was having a hard time when she was a newlywed. What her husband did that bothered her.
Left food on the table, on the plate.
It just a little, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Our third speaker, Malai, said he started a joint venture. And what was its name?
Go joint or something.
Being hungry?
Yes, exactly. Giselle, one of the table topics speaker, came back to Brazil when she was 21. What does she like to dance?
Forró.
Forró, I know
it. And now the last question. This is a hard one. How do you say meeting in Japanese?
Kaige, something.
Yes, Taigi.
Whoa. That's all I have for today, and you did great.
Thank you. Thank you, Lara, for the wonderful session. Now, it's time to submit my report. When sunlight is shining in Brazil, while in India I could see a lot of stars in the sky, the air we breathe is different, food is different, climate and culture is different, the language we speak is different. Despite of all the differences, we have joined together and create a strong bonding and created positivity. This meeting is kind of a benchmark setting standard to improve our leadership skills. This meeting is to groom ourselves to be a better communicators, because learning is a continuous process. Right now, I'm going to take privilege to submit my general evaluator report. The bridge was opened as per agenda at 6:15 p.m. exactly and 9:45 a.m. BRT. I could see a lot of guests and speakers all were received very well. I don't see any audio video faults anywhere except few bearable glitches. Presiding officers, Alessandro, done a fantabulous job and he made sure everything is organized. As I said earlier, meeting has started very punctual and all Toastmasters have been properly introduced. Grammarly introduced the word. I could see many speakers were used the word throughout their speech. All role players have done an excellent job, and especially the speeches were related to relationships. It was very gripping. In my humble opinion, when it comes to relationships, being a good listener is one of the key to develop stronger and deeper relationships. Topic masters, you both energized the table topic section. It was really fantastic to see all the guests were participating, and it was flawless performance. Appreciate the meticulous planning of dividing tasks into manageable chunks. It had made a lot more feasible and practical. It was quite amazing to see all the polls and results were flashing on the screen. Kudos to you. Pat yourself. I just want to spotlight the ArcMaster and the quizzes. It requires a lot of listening skills. I hope everyone has done a fantastic job. Having said that, I still think there's still a lot more improvement for when it comes to recommendations. The meeting guidelines says it is not mandatory for guests to speak. I encourage all guests to speak and participate. That's a Toastmasters thing. This is the only improvement area I would like to highlight upon. Overall, this meeting is to showcase solidarity of Brazilian Indian Toastmasters. This pandemic season has taught a lot of lessons. Right now, this international bridge has taught me a lot. I hope you all would feel the same. Thank you so much for giving the wonderful opportunity. Over to you, Alas.
Thank you so much, Chandra. It was amazing. Thank you so much for this amazing feedback. You know, it has been an amazing experience for me today because it's a different way of working and giving feedbacks and a different way of looking the world, in the way that my friend Akiko said. So this is so amazing, you know. I'm so really, really happy for being here with you today. So thank you so much, everybody, for this opportunity. Thank you, my friends from India, because I know that today's Saturday and it's late for them and they are here with us. So it's a pleasure for me. And thank you so much again for this. And now this is the time of our best smile. Let's take a picture, everybody. So please, everybody open your cameras and let's do that. Give your best smile, please. Alessandro, can you do that for us?
Yeah, sure. So we have 2 screens until now. Let me see who is not sharing the video. Lucas, Arvin, Moshri, Marian, Joabi, Nishoan, our Hexaware president, Ana Paula, and Diego. I'm not sure they are open the camera. Hello, hello, Joabi. Okay, so Nishoan, are you there?
Yes, my friend, I'm there.
Okay. We are in 2. Okay, 3 screens. Okay, so, okay, let's do this. Remind to look inside your camera, not to your face in the screen. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. One more. Okay, Alus, great.
Thank you so much, Alessandro, for that. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you. This is my first experience as a Toastmaster of the day, and I love that. It's my first time and being with people that for sure is helping me to grow. So I'm so grateful, and I really believe that this is an example of solidarity. So we are here to help each other to improve ourselves. So thank you, my new friends, India friends. So you are always welcome to our club, and it was a pleasure for me sharing my time and my day with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Have a
Thank
good
you,
day.
everyone.
Thank you, Lauzi. I'm so proud of you.
Now it's the president's speech. Please, the stage is yours. Nishwa.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. That was really a wonderful session. Wow, what a year we had, 2020. When you just look back 11 months ago, we had a dream that we are going to achieve something. We had taken our word that we are going to change something in our lives. And we started moving towards it. And then the COVID hit us. It made us to stay in our home. It made us, or I would say it has forced us to stay within our homes. And it has disconnected us from all the way what we had in our normal days. And it made us to adapt to the new normal, to go virtually. And we didn't have anything but to face it. But there's a proverb which says that Nunca Deus fecha uma porta que não abra outra, which means when one door closes, the other opens. And today, Brasília Toastmasters has opened the gates for Hexaware Chennai Toastmasters. And on behalf of our club, I'm thanking you for doing a nice gesture for us. And today we have proven to the world that no matter what happens, no matter where we are, no matter what we do, we will go together, we will learn together, and we will stay strong together. And with this, I would like to hand over the stage to Brazilian Toastmaster Alexander.
Okay, Nish, thank you so much. That was a great meeting, as everyone here saw. I'd like to thank you in person for you and your team that reached us 15 days ago to have the first time the idea of making this meeting possible. I'd like to thank all of your board members and guests from India that joined us. I'd like to congratulate our board, Oratória, our other friends and members, Alaús, who made this possible with us in the challenge different meeting when we're trying to make the time of the meeting different, the language different for everyone. The schedule is a little bit different for us and for you, but we made that happen. That was really a pleasure to have you here. I hope really for sure that you can make this possible again. As you said, COVID-19 bring really challenge for everyone, but at the same time, Toastmasters that bring a lot of opportunities to make these interchange meetings possible. No different people from different countries and cultures enjoy us together. In Brazil, I'm not sure in India, but we have few clubs in the country by now. So the pandemic make us together, and with that, we can join different clubs around the world, and we can exchange experience and know more about how to make this a better place for everyone. And for sure here, I'm sure in Brazil and India it's the same, we can reach different regions and cities in our country that are so huge, but they don't have, at least until now, clubs in there. And I hope this internet thing can help people understand that they can bring Toastmasters to their city, to their neighborhood, and make that possible. Thanks so much. And now let's move to the great part of the best person in the meeting. Who was the best speaker, the best evaluator, and the best table talk session? Nisha would like to help me on this.
Yes.
Sure, mate.
Oh. Sorry, guys.
No problem.
Okay, so Nisha would like to ask you to, as we say here in Brazil, drum rolls to the best table talk session of this meeting. And that was from Brazil. Congratulations, Gisele, on this achievement as your first time, I believe, during your table talk session. Did an amazing speech. And for the best evaluator, please, Nisha, welcome your friends from India. Manoj, congratulations with your evaluator. Thank you for jumping in the place to make this feedback possible. Thank you so much. Congratulations. And moving for the best prepared speech for this meeting, drum roll again. And again, it's a pleasure to say that we have another guest from India that take the first place for the best prepared speech. A great speech about learning to receive feedback. Congratulations, Sachin. That was an amazing speech. Well deserved. And as we say, Toastmasters is the place where leaders are made. We have just a final announcement for you all. And just before I announce our next meeting here in Brazil and in India, I'd like to make a small invitation to all of you. I don't know if you know, but in last July, we have a vote for the next international president of Toastmasters International. And I'm pleased to say that he's joined a meeting in Mozambique next Tuesday. And we were asked to invite all of you to join this meeting. We are pasting this link for you in the chat if you want to join this meeting. It's a special meeting with our international president. In next December 16, it's 6 p.m. GMT 2+ time in Mozambique time. So we are sharing this detail in the chat now. Thank you so much again. And our next meeting for Hexaware Chennai Toastmasters. Next Saturday, we have this meeting. It's not a joint meeting, but if you like the India meeting and it's the right time for you, you can join them. It's an English meeting. Next Saturday, December 19th, check-in at 10:45 a.m. and the meeting begins 11 a.m. India time. So I do believe our friends can share the time, the link to the meeting in our chat.
And for the Brasília Toastmasters, the next meeting, it is going to be in the Portuguese language, and it is going to be on December 19th. And the check-in time for it will be of 2:45 p.m. in Brazilian time. And people who like to have a joint meeting with any of the clubs with our district, please reach out to Alexandro so that he can guide you to have an international joint meeting like this one.
Okay. Nisha, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. And now we have place for our guests again. Nisha, if you want to invite us.
So I would like to hear the feedback from our guests, like how they felt about this session before coming to it, and after witnessing an amazing performance, how they feel about it. So I request guests to give their feedback so that it will be really helpful for both our clubs to take it to another standard or to an even greater standards. So the floor is yours.
Hey, this is Subhash Selvan. This is really a very good meeting. It's not just like a Indian and Brazilian joint meeting, but it looks like all over world people are joined together and conduct a meeting. Because today meetings from Japan and Mozambique and India, Brazil, all over the world people are meet together and we shared our opinions. I congratulate that is Brazilian and in the Hexaware Chennai Toastmasters presidents as well as ECOM members to arrange this kind of wonderful meeting. Thanks everyone. Thank you all.
Thank you, Subhash Selvan, for the wonderful feedback. So anyone else like to go? Selva Kumar.
Yeah, actually, I am Selva Kumar. I am part of Infosys Toastmaster Chennai. Actually, I Toastmaster for past 2 years. When I joining me members, while joining, they told you can attend any international meeting also, but I not get any opportunity. This is the first time I'm getting the international as being a Toastmaster. We can attend any meeting in the world. Now I realize the power of Toastmaster. So all these prepared speeches, table topics, means the meeting is executed differently from our club meeting. So I take a lot of inputs from, it's very useful to me also. Thank you very much. The meeting is wonderful.
Thank you very much, Selva Kumar, for joining us and being part of our wonderful meeting. So anybody from Brazil, USA, just
Hi everyone, thank you again. I really managed to understand now how it works. I didn't understand how the mechanism was. So now I love the whole dynamic situation where it just changes a lot, and especially I just managed to understand the harp master. That was a really good surprise. I love that part. It's like I wasn't expecting to have to pay attention to these details, and I see how that can be really important for anyone that's participating, because it's just that little bit of information that, especially with different cultures, we can actually learn something, not just about English, it's about everything really. So I loved understanding everything and meeting you all in a certain way, and I hope, well, it works again, because it would be great to see, to hear all the accents, to have contact with people with different stories and backgrounds. So thank you everyone for that. Have a great day to everyone.
thank you, Jason, for the wonderful feedbacks and the opinion about this meeting. So, anybody who's like to? Yes, Patricia. Patricia, I believe you're talking on the.
You are mute, Patricia.
Patricia, you're talking on mute. Can you please unmute yourself? Alexander, can you help her unmute?
Who is the name?
Patricia.
Patricia Wolf.
Okay, Patricia.
Thank you. Can you hear me now?
Yes, Patricia.
Okay. So I'm the only one that's a little bit further afield, and English is my first language. I think it would be wonderful if all of you, we have thousands, as Alessandro has mentioned, of clubs across our country, and we are as varied as if you were going from one country, Brazil, to India, because we have many states, and each state is a very different country, different people, different traditions, different way of thinking. And we are a country right now, believe me, you use the word solidarity. And the reason I am part of Toastmasters is for a very important reason. You are going to be the means by which I already have joined a group called Braver Angels. And my objective is to bring discourse back to the country of America, which we desperately need, and we need that across the world. Discourse, civility, and freedom of speech. And we are working desperately on it. We've made the first step. We are going through far more than just a pandemic. We're going through a pandemic of civilization. And so we are fighting for our very constitution. And my objective is to be able to speak as clearly, succinctly as I can, and rally my fellow Americans, red, blue, independent, that we can speak to each other with civility and kindness. And remember where we come from. We are all immigrants in America. We are not the Cherokee, the Iroquois, the Arapaho. We are from every country in the world. So my reason today is to see how we work in Brazil. And I want to report back to my country, which I will do this afternoon. And I hope that you, India, can join us, Brazil can join us, and the rest of the world. We need it. We need to speak together, every single country. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you for a wonderful, wonderful time. Thank you.
Thank you, Patricia, for stating us like we are united together and we will fight anything and everything together. So I would like to hear from Alexandro, our Brazilian president, about how he felt about this session.
Great, Nish. As I said before, that was a great meeting. I challenge you on to make the different cultures and different meeting setups together. But I think this was great. We have a lot to learn from you, and I believe you can share something that you can learn with us. I hope that can make your meeting as great as ours and make our meeting as great as ours too. I didn't come to any of your meeting yet, but I hope to make that soon. As we have different times for the meeting, I maybe can join the next one. I'm going to try that. I'm not sure because I have an appointment this next Saturday, but if it's possible, I try to join you. If not possible, I will open my agenda for the next year or the next meeting and try to make that as a guest. Or if maybe I can participate as some of the roles if you need to. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Alexander, for it. Yes, this is indeed the beginning of the friendship what Brasília Toastmasters and Hexaware Chennai Toastmasters journey starts. And today, I would like to embrace this journey and to be part of your upcoming meetings and to take part any roles. And I am looking forward to take many more joint sessions together. So that's it from my side. So if anybody else want to give any feedback, the floor is yours, or else we can wrap up our meeting.
Sure.
Nishwant, I would indeed take the opportunity to thank Brasília Toastmasters Club for joining us. And I really appreciate the enthusiasm from all the participants. And we have a lot of takeaways across the globe having a meeting. Everywhere there's scope of learning. That's a motto of Toastmasters. So from our side, we had a lot of learnings from you. And I really liked the session, the quiz session, which was conducted at the last. It was so exciting. So that's one takeaway for us also, because it implies how observation we had in the total meeting. So it was very interesting, and hope, as Nishwant mentioned, I would like to have a continuous relationship with us in the upcoming meetings, and we always want to have a joint meeting regularly to have more learning mutually. Thank you so much, Alexander, on that team. I appreciate to see you soon again. Thank you so much. And I just took a couple of words in Portuguese. E ama, muito obrigado. Thank you so much.
Great. Obrigado. Great. Thank you. Thanks so much. Really, really obrigado. And Joab, I think you are still here. You want to say something? You were here with us in the beginning.
Hey, good evening, good morning. Yes, this is my first time in a long time, and it was a pleasure. I came a little bit late because of problems that I had to solve, but it was really amazing. I hope to be here in the next ones, and to be more often on the reunions that we have here in Brasília. Well, okay. Nice to meet you all, and see you the next time.
Okay, thank you, Joab. Thank you so much. Any guests that are not from clubs, Toastmasters Club would like to make some question. If you want to open microphone, you can speak that, or you can just chat your question here. It's a pleasure to help you understand more about Toastmasters.
Thank you by the opportunity, guys, and I cannot waste this opportunity to speak about all these marvelous guys I am meeting right now. This is my first time I can hear directly to my ears, directly the Indians, these marvelous guys from Indian. And Alauzi, I gotta tell you that you were born to this, Alessandro. Thank you very much, and then I would appreciate if you invite me to another occasion, because this is very, very grateful. Thank you very much, Patricia Wolf. It was a pleasure to hear you. Thank you very much.
Great, Lino. You can join anytime you want. As our friend here from Best the Night, the other club we have in Brasília. We try to promote our meetings on our Instagram account. So anytime you want, you just can drop down there and see the flyer for the next meeting. It's a pleasure. As someone mentioned, we have 4 meetings each month here in Brasília Toastmasters. We have 2 of them in English and 2 in Portuguese. So we can try to make our members in the club improve their English skills and speaker skills, and the same for Portuguese. So it's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you, everybody.
Claudia, would you like to say something?
It was a pleasure to meet all of you. You know, I am from São Paulo, and I lived there for 40 years in Brasília. And then I moved to Florida 5 years ago. And now I belong to the Portuguese Toastmaster in Florida. And I'm going to Brasília in the next week to stay Christmas there. So it was a great pleasure to meet all of you. I discovered Toastmasters in America here. I am from the Portuguese Toastmasters from Boca Raton. But anyway, it's very nice to meet you. And I hope that I'm going to be a couple months in Brazil. So I hope to be invited and participate in your meeting there, because at least I'm going to be in Brasília for the next 4 months.
Okay, great, Claudia. As I said before, it's our pleasure to have you all. I'd like to thank you everyone now. In India now, it's a little bit late, so we are closing this meeting now. And thank you everyone again for being with us. Any guests that have questions, you can just drop a line in our Instagram account. It's Brasília Toastmasters, the account. I'm going to paste that here. And anytime you want, you can join our meeting. And if Nish, if you want to share your contact in the chat, I think it's great. Thank you again.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Alexandro, and thank you all.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Nice to meet you.
Bye all. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Alexandro. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you, Sandra.
Bye.